Right now, at this exact second, you are moving faster than a bullet fired from a gun, faster than a fighter jet, faster than any car ever built, and yet your body feels completely still. Your chair is not shaking, the walls are not vibrating, your heart is calm, everything feels quiet. But the truth is almost unbelievable. You are spinning with the earth at nearly 1,000 miles per hour. At the same time, you are racing around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. And that is only the beginning. Our entire solar system is orbiting the center of the Milky Way galaxy at around 490,000 miles per hour. On top of that, the Milky Way itself is drifting through space at more than 1.3 million miles per hour. All of this motion is happening right now, and you cannot feel a single bit of it. No wind in your face, no pressure on your body, no sense of speed, just silence and stillness. That raises a powerful question. If we are moving so unbelievably fast, why does it feel like we are not moving at all? In this video, you are going to learn the real scientific reason behind this hidden motion. You will understand why your body cannot detect constant speed. You will discover how gravity quietly locks everything together so perfectly that oceans do not spill and cities do not slide away. You will see how the atmosphere travels with us like an invisible shield, preventing 67,000 mile-per-hour winds from tearing everything apart. You will learn what inertia really means in simple words and why it controls your everyday life more than you think. You will also uncover a deeper truth about how the human brain defines stillness and why the biggest motions in the universe are the ones we never notice. Along the way, we will reveal lesser-known facts about Earth's journey through space, including how our planet is not simply orbiting the sun in a neat circle, but tracing a massive spiral path through the galaxy as the sun itself moves forward. The path you are taking through space has never existed before and will never exist again. Even standing still, you are carving a unique trail across the cosmos. By the end of this video, the idea of standing still will never feel the same again. You will look at the ground beneath your feet and realize it is not a fixed platform, but a spacecraft traveling through darkness at unimaginable speed. And when you understand why you cannot feel this motion, you will also understand something much bigger about physics, stability, and the quiet power of natural laws that keep everything from flying apart. Stay with me until the end, because the final explanation will connect all of this together in a way that changes how you see your place in the universe. It is simple, logical, and yet deeply mind-blowing. If you enjoy exploring hidden truths about science, space, and reality itself, this channel is for you. We break down complex ideas into clear and simple explanations so you can understand the universe without needing a degree in physics. Subscribe now and join us as we uncover the silent forces shaping your world. Because the more you understand how reality works, the more incredible it becomes. Numbers do not usually feel dramatic, but these numbers are different because they quietly destroy the idea that you are standing still. The ground beneath your feet feels solid and calm, yet at the equator, the Earth is spinning at about 1,000 miles per hour. That is faster than most commercial airplanes. Even if you live far from the equator, you are still spinning at hundreds of miles per hour because the entire planet rotates once every 24 hours. At the same time, the Earth is not just spinning in place. It is racing around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. That is about 18 miles every single second. In the time it takes you to blink, you have already traveled dozens of miles through space. And it does not stop there. The sun, carrying Earth and every other planet with it, is orbiting the center of our galaxy at roughly 490,000 miles per hour. That means Our whole solar system is sweeping through the Milky Way like a massive cosmic carousel. And even beyond that, our galaxy itself is drifting through the universe at more than 1,000,000 miles per hour. All of these motions are happening at the same time. You are spinning, orbiting, and racing through deep space in several directions at once. The path you trace through the universe is not a simple circle, but a complex spiral layered on top of another spiral. Your body is following a cosmic curve that stretches across unimaginable distances. Yet your coffee sits still in the cup. Your hair does not whip backward. The buildings around you do not shake. There is no roar of wind. There is no pressure pushing against your chest. Nothing feels fast. That tension between reality and experience is where the real mystery lives. How can such extreme motion feel like complete rest? The first big reason is simple but powerful. Your body does not feel speed. It feels change in speed. This difference changes everything. Think about the moment an airplane begins to take off. As the engines roar and the plane accelerates down the runway, your back presses into the seat. You feel pushed backward. That sensation is not speed itself, it is acceleration. It is the change from slower motion to faster motion. When the plane reaches cruising speed and levels out, the pushing feeling fades away. You are still moving at hundreds of miles per hour, but your body relaxes because the speed has stabilized. The same thing happens in a car. When the driver hits the gas pedal hard, you feel a force pulling you backward. When the driver slams the brakes, your body leans forward. That forward pull is deceleration, which is also a change in speed. But when the car moves smoothly at a constant speed on a highway, you barely feel anything. The scenery rushes past outside the window, yet inside the car it feels calm. Earth works the same way, just on a much larger scale. The planet spins at a nearly constant rate. It orbits the sun at a nearly constant speed. There are no sudden bursts of acceleration. There are no sharp 90-degree turns in space. The changes are incredibly gradual and smooth. Your nervous system evolved to detect quick changes that might signal danger, like a fall, a collision, or a sudden drop. It did not evolve to sense steady motion that never shifts. If the Earth suddenly doubled its speed in a few seconds, you would absolutely feel it. The shock would be devastating. But that does not happen. The motion is stable and continuous, so your body has nothing dramatic to report to your brain. It simply registers normal conditions and moves on. Beneath this explanation lies a deeper principle of physics called inertia, and it is one of the most important rules in the universe. In simple terms, objects in motion tend to stay in motion unless something forces them to change. This rule applies to everything. It applies to planets, to cars, to falling rocks, and to you. Right now, you are already moving with the Earth. You have been moving with it since the day you were born. Every cell in your body shares this motion. The chair you sit on shares it. The air in the room shares it. The clouds in the sky share it. The oceans, the mountains, the atmosphere, all of it moves together as one connected system. You are not sliding across the surface of a spinning ball. You are part of that spinning system. Because everything around you shares the same motion, there is no relative movement between you and your immediate environment. Motion only becomes noticeable when there is a difference in speed between you and something else nearby. If you run forward while the air remains still, you feel wind against your face. That wind exists because of the difference between your speed and the air's speed. But when you stand on Earth, the air is already moving with you at 1,000 miles per hour due to Earth's rotation, and 67,000 miles per hour due to its orbit around the sun. There is no 67,000 mile per hour wind because the atmosphere is gravitationally bound to the planet. Gravity holds the air close to Earth, preventing it from being left behind as the planet travels through space. The air does not stay fixed in one spot while Earth charges forward. It comes along for the ride. That is why stepping outside does not feel like stepping into a cosmic hurricane. The same gravity that keeps your feet on the ground also keeps the atmosphere wrapped around the planet like a protective blanket. Without gravity, the air would drift away and life would not survive. Instead, gravity locks everything into a shared journey. Even the oceans move with the planet. They do not slosh backward from orbital motion because they are part of the same moving frame. This shared frame of motion is the key. Inside a smoothly moving system, everything behaves as if it is at rest relative to everything else inside that system. If you were inside a perfectly smooth train with no windows and no vibrations, cruising at a constant speed, you would not be able to tell whether the train was moving or parked unless it changed speed. Earth is like that train, except it has been moving smoothly for billions of years. Its rotation is steady, its orbit is stable. The changes in direction as it travels around the sun are gradual and continuous, not sharp corners. The curve of its path is so enormous that from our small human perspective, it feels almost straight. The scale matters. A gentle curve spread over millions of miles does not produce the kind of sudden sideways force that your body can easily detect. And because you have never experienced life off this moving platform, your brain has no comparison point. For you, this motion is normal. It is the baseline of existence. From the moment you were born, your inner ear, your muscles, and your senses have calibrated themselves to a world that spins and orbits at these exact rates. There has never been a moment when you were stationary relative to the sun, so your body treats this constant motion as zero. The only time you feel forces is when that baseline changes, like during a jump, a fall, or a sharp turn in a vehicle. In those moments, acceleration disrupts the balance, and your senses light up with signals. But Earth's motion does not disrupt anything locally because it is uniform and shared. Even the slight variations in orbital speed over the course of a year are too small and too gradual for your body to notice. The laws of physics create a stable environment inside this enormous moving system. You, the air, the ground, and the oceans are all following the same path through space, bound together by gravity and inertia. There is no giant hand pushing against you because there is no sudden change happening. The universe is not jerking the planet forward or slamming on cosmic brakes. It is allowing Earth to continue along a steady path shaped by gravity. That steady path feels like stillness from the inside, even though from the outside it is breathtakingly fast. And as the planet keeps spinning beneath you and racing around the sun, every second carries you thousands of miles farther into space without your senses ever raising an alarm. Step into a smooth elevator inside a tall building and notice what your body actually feels. When the doors close and the elevator begins to rise, there is a brief moment where your knees feel slightly heavier. Your stomach shifts just a little. That small sensation tells you the elevator has started moving. After a few seconds, that feeling fades. You are still going up, sometimes very fast, yet your body relaxes. You can hold a glass of water, and the surface would stay almost flat. You could close your eyes and forget you are even moving. Then, as the elevator slows down to stop, your body feels lighter for a split second. That tiny change alerts you again. Start, stop. Those are the only moments your body truly notices. The steady motion in between feels like nothing. Earth behaves in a similar way, except on a scale so large that it is hard to fully grasp. Our planet does not jerk forward. It does not slam on brakes. It does not suddenly double its speed or spin wildly faster from 1 minute to the next. It rotates with incredible smoothness. It orbits the sun in a stable path shaped by gravity. This motion has been ongoing for about 4.5 billion years. That is longer than mountains have existed in their current form, longer than oceans have filled their basins, longer than life has walked on land. For billions of years, the planet has been like an elevator that never shakes. Because it never jerks, your brain registers that motion as normal. From the moment you were born, this steady movement has been the background condition of your life. Your senses developed inside it. Your balance system in your inner ear calibrated itself to it. Your muscles learned how to stand, walk, and run on a surface that spins and travels through space at enormous speed. Since the motion never suddenly changes in dramatic ways, your brain files it under safe and stable. Normal does not mean motionless. Normal simply means consistent, and consistency hides motion very well. Beneath this smooth ride is a deeper force that keeps everything locked together. Gravity is the quiet anchor of this entire system. Earth's gravity pulls you toward its center. It pulls the oceans into their curved shape around the globe. It holds the atmosphere close so it does not drift away into space. It even keeps skyscrapers firmly planted on their foundations despite the planet spinning at high speed. Gravity is not just a downward pull you feel when you jump. It is a constant grip that binds every object on Earth into one connected structure. But gravity is also what keeps Earth in orbit around the sun. Many people picture orbit as a planet moving around a star in a wide circle, almost like a toy on a string. The truth is more elegant. Earth is actually falling toward the sun. At every second, the sun's gravity pulls Earth inward. If Earth were not moving sideways fast enough, it would spiral straight into the sun. But because it is moving sideways at about 67,000 miles per hour, it keeps missing the sun. It falls toward it, yet the ground beneath it curves away at the same time. This continuous falling and missing creates orbit. It is a balance between forward motion and inward pull. Now here is the important part. We are all part of that fall. The planet is falling. The oceans are falling. The air is falling. You are falling. Everything is falling together toward the sun. Because we are all accelerating in the same way, there is no difference in motion between you and the ground beneath your feet. There is no separate force pushing you sideways relative to your environment. It is a shared fall. And when motion is shared perfectly, it becomes invisible to those inside it. This is similar to astronauts orbiting Earth inside a spacecraft. They appear weightless not because gravity disappears, but because they and the spacecraft are falling toward Earth at the same rate. That shared acceleration creates the sensation of floating. In our case, the shared motion creates the sensation of stillness. We do not feel dragged around the sun because the entire planet and everything on it is participating in the same graceful curve through space. Gravity shapes that curve, and inertia keeps the motion steady. Together, they create a stable cosmic path. Now widen the view beyond the sun. Earth is only one planet among 8 major ones orbiting our star. The sun itself is not fixed in place. It orbits the center of the Milky Way galaxy at around 490,000 miles per hour. That means while Earth spins and orbits the sun, the entire solar system is sweeping around the galaxy in a vast journey that takes about 225 million years to complete one full trip. Dinosaurs lived and disappeared during just a small fraction of one galactic year. Human civilization has existed for only a blink in that larger cycle. And yet, throughout all this motion, the laws of physics remain steady. The same gravity that keeps your feet on the ground also guides the sun around the galaxy. Beyond that, the Milky Way itself is moving relative to other galaxies. The universe is expanding. Galaxies are drifting apart on a cosmic scale. So in total, You are spinning on a planet, orbiting a star, traveling through a galaxy, and moving within an expanding universe. When you add these motions together, the combined speed reaches into the millions of miles per hour. The numbers are staggering. Yet your coffee does not ripple in the cup. A leaf can rest gently on the ground. A candle flame can stand almost still in a quiet room. This stability is not fragile. It is the result of precise physical laws acting consistently across enormous scales. Forces balance each other. Motions align. Systems move together. From inside the system, everything feels calm. From outside, the motion is breathtaking. This contrast reveals something important about how perception works. Stillness is not the absence of motion. It is the absence of sudden change. Your brain defines rest based on what it detects through sensors in your inner ear, your muscles, your skin, and your eyes. These sensors are tuned to notice acceleration, vibration, imbalance, and shifts in direction. They are not built to measure constant velocity across empty space. If you are in a car moving at steady speed on a smooth road, you might forget you are moving until you glance out the window and see the landscape passing by. Even then, the sense of motion comes from visual change, not from a direct feeling of speed in your body. Remove the visual reference, and the motion can fade from awareness. In space, there is no fixed background grid that your body can sense. There is no absolute marker that tells you how fast you are going relative to the universe as a whole. Motion is always measured relative to something else. Since everything around you on Earth shares the same motion, there is no internal difference to trigger sensation. Your brain says still because nothing nearby is shifting in a sudden or uneven way. The biggest motions in your life are happening silently. The planet beneath you travels thousands of miles every minute. The sun pulls you along its galactic path. Space itself stretches over billions of light years. Yet your daily experience feels grounded and steady. This reveals a deeper truth about human awareness. We are sensitive to contrast. We notice when something changes compared to a moment before. We react to shifts in speed, temperature, sound, and light. But when a condition remains stable for long periods, it becomes invisible to us. The Earth's motion is the ultimate example of stable movement. It is vast, powerful, and continuous. Because it does not surprise your senses with sudden jolts, your brain treats it as a fixed stage on which life unfolds. In reality, that stage is racing through the cosmos. Every sunrise marks another spin. Every year marks another orbit completed. Every generation marks a small step along the sun's galactic journey. And through it all, the elevator never jerks. Gravity never loosens its grip. Inertia keeps everything aligned. Your body continues to call this immense motion normal, because normal simply means the motion has never stopped long enough for you to know anything else. Right now, you are flying faster than any jet ever built, faster than a rocket leaving Earth's surface, faster than anything humans have ever engineered. And yet, your body feels calm. Your breathing is steady. The ground feels solid. There is no roar in your ears, no violent shaking, no sign that you are part of a cosmic race through endless space. That is the strange beauty of reality. The universe does not need noise to be powerful. It does not need explosions or flashing lights to perform its greatest feats. It simply follows its laws with perfect precision. Planets spin, stars burn, galaxies drift, space expands, all in silence, all in balance. And you are inside that balance every second of your life. The reason you feel calm is not because nothing is happening. It is because everything is happening smoothly. The forces are aligned. Gravity holds you close to the earth. Inertia keeps you moving in a steady path. The motion is constant. No sudden changes. No sharp cosmic turns. Just a smooth journey that has lasted billions of years. and will continue long after this moment passes. That is the quiet miracle of physics. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, but it is breathtaking when you truly understand it. The next time you stand still, remember that stillness is only a feeling. Beneath your feet, the planet spins. Above your head, the sky moves with you. Around you, space stretches in every direction while carrying you forward at unimaginable speed. You are not standing on solid ground in a frozen universe. You are riding a perfectly balanced spacecraft made of rock and water, traveling through darkness with absolute stability, and you do not even feel it. That contrast between speed and silence is one of the most powerful truths about our existence. The universe does not shout its wonders. It whispers them through steady motion and invisible forces. And now you know why you cannot feel the ride. If this opened your mind even a little, if it made you look at the ground differently, then this is just the beginning. There are many more hidden truths about space, physics, and reality waiting to be uncovered. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next journey. Like this video if it changed the way you think about motion. Share it with someone who believes they are standing still. Because the more we understand how the universe really works, the more incredible it becomes. And remember, even as this video ends, you are still moving.